Hello and welcome back to the Yarn Hoarders Crafting Podcast. My name is Sasha and I'm coming to you today from a bright but chilly town just outside of Birmingham in the West Midlands here in the UK. This is episode 41 and I have one finished object, mostly finished object, one whip update, one new cast on, and some yarn I was gifted to show. So I will jump straight in with my finished object, or basically finished object. The knitting of this is done, or the knitting and crochet of this is done. I just need to sew on the buttons and add, well, I'll just sew on the buttons and then I need to give this a light steam blocking. But it is this hexagon cardigan I have made for my mum for Christmas. I have finished it just in time because she arrives to see me in 2 days. But yeah, this is the finished cardigan. So I used James C. Brett Marble Chunky to make this. In the Colourway Aubergine mix, which is MC15. I used a 6.5mm hook to do the crocheted granny stitch for the hexagons and everything, and then I used a 5mm knitting needle to make the ribbing on the cuffs along the bottom hem and the button band. Please excuse the stitch markers. They are marking where the buttonholes are so that I can count the rib ridges for where to put the buttons on the other side. This does look a little bit bumpy. It just needs to be lightly steam blocked. This is a 100% acrylic yarn, so I won't be wet blocking this. I will be steam blocking it just to help the fibres relax. But yeah, this is a finished project, and so I used just under 5 balls to make this. They are 200g balls. I think it worked out at 940 grams. However, I have just counted the full 1000 grams out of stash, just because what is left from this is not enough to make a project, so it's just going to go into my mending box for if my mum ever needs me to mend this. But I quite like this. It's a little bit too chunky for me. It's very, very warm, but I think it'd be perfect for her. And I do have the buttons. I picked these up yesterday, I just haven't had a chance to sew them on yet. But these are the buttons I ended up picking. They are 2, maybe 3 tones of purple with a bit of texture to them. I think they'll look really nice against the fabric. They're light enough to stand out, but they don't stick out, if that makes sense. So I shall be sewing those on later. Then I can steam block this, and then I can wrap this up for my mum, ready for when she comes over. So that is my one and only finished object for this week. And that's another Christmas gift make finished. And now onto whips. And this next whip is also a Christmas gift, but it's Halloween themed. So this is going to be a cushion cover for a friend of mine. And I have finished the first side panel. I finished the first of the 2 panels, so we have the witch's hat, the spider, 3 colour stripes, and the ghosts. This is done in a combination of Tunisian crochet and regular crochet. And I think this is coming out really well. It does look a little bit bumpy and lumpy. There's a little bit of tension issue. Once it's on a cushion, it won't be noticeable because, of course, it's for a 50 centimetre cushion and I've made this 45 centimetres. So you push it in, it's got a bit of plumpness to it. It looks tight and neat. So I do need to go out and buy a zip for this at some point. But yeah, I have a decent amount of progress on the second panel. I'm hoping I can get this finished by next week, which should be able to. But I have this much of the second panel. I've decided to use the pumpkin as the centerpiece of this panel. And then I've picked up and did green on either side, and then I'm going to pick up the top and bottom and do black as a border. Or I might do it as a bit of black and white mix, just to partially use up some of the yarn I bought for this, but also to make it look good. I am kind of making this up as I go along at this point, but I think it looks really good. I think he's going to really like it. So this is basically the same size. Due to a change of hook, this is coming out slightly bigger than these did, which is why this panel is looking quite a bit different to the other side. So, but hopefully this will be a finished object to show off next week. We shall see. So I'm using for this the Hayfield Bonus DK in the colourways Black, White, Clementine and Zest. I think last week I called it Zesty and it's just Zest. But I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying doing some Tunisian crochet again. Yeah, I think he's going to really like it. It fits in with his home decor theme of his living room. It is also just being kept in the paper bag that I brought the yarn in because I couldn't be bothered to find a big enough bag for it at the time, and now it's almost finished. And then my last project that I worked on this week is a new cast on. I only actually cast it on yesterday. I needed something little to take to the gym with me, something I could work on there. So I cast on a pair of socks, and since it is now December, it is the 2nd of December at the time of recording this, I decided to pull out my West Yorkshire Spinners Signature Sparkle 4-ply in the colourway Yuletide, which I picked up in York last year, and have cast on just a simple pair of vanilla socks. I don't have much, but I'm loving these. The colours, the sparkle, the way it's striping. I really like these. Hopefully I have these finished in time to wear for Christmas Day. But we shall see. I did have 2 other pairs of Christmas socks, or 3 other pairs of Christmas socks to make, but I don't think they're going to get done, just because I have so many other commitments to keep, both making-wise and time-wise. But I love these. So these are knit on a 2.5mm 9-inch circular. The pattern is just the vanilla pattern that I've come up with over the years to fit me. It is 64 stitches with a 2x2 rib for 20 rows, and then I've gone straight into stockinette, which is good. It's a basic, simple project for me to pick up and put down when I'm out and about. So, yep. Not tons to say on that at the moment. There isn't exactly loads of it to show. I will probably go until the leg is, or the stockinette part is between 70 and 80 rows. We shall see just how much I'm enjoying it. And project-wise, that's everything. I didn't have tons of making time this past week. We had friends over for the weekend, so I spent most of Thursday prepping for that. We also had workmen over, and then I didn't get tons of making time while they were here. We were just enjoying time together, so that's why it's not tons done this week, but that's fine. I enjoy being able to see friends, spending time with them, entertaining them, cooking for them. They also brought over some Crimbo gifts, so I'm going to show you those because they're amazing. And I shall start with this yarn bowl I was given. So I think this was originally just a plain white yarn bowl, and then my friend has decorated it for me, including kind of my name on the bottom. I think she must have run out of space for the A and thought the S was the better option to put on there, which is fine. So I have that. It also has I just need to unwind written on the side with a bunch of stars. And there's a glittery black band, and then Naughty Hooker written inside. So this is great. I look forward to using this. I don't know how well that's going to go. I am a very clumsy person, so this will be used very, very rarely. It'll probably mostly be used as decoration, because I don't want to break this. So I shall find somewhere to put this. I probably will use it a few times, but I don't want to risk breaking it, and it would be just my luck to put it on the floor, be working away, decide to get up, put my chair down and break it in my recliner, because I've done that before with different things. And then the last gift I got was some yarn. So this is Hobby Essentials Aran yarn. I have 6 balls of this. They are 50-gram balls in a 100% baby acrylic. And yeah, I'm looking forward to using this. I don't think I've ever used this yarn before, so it'll be exciting to try to see what it's like. And I'm going to be making a baby knit with this. I don't know who for yet, but I will probably make something very neutral baby-wise to put on the pile of knits for when somebody in my family or a friend group announces that they are popping out a little bundle of joy. So and the reason for that is I don't have enough of this to make anything for myself, but I will happily enjoy making some baby knits. I haven't made any for a while, and that pile is dwindling. So baby knits. I will probably make something like a jumper or cardi, or not exactly a place. What do they call those? The full onesies? Baby onesies? Yeah, I think it's a onesie. I might try and make one of those with this. But we shall see. If it's not obvious, I don't have kids and have no intention of having kids, so I have no idea what people call things related to having kids, but I will make a nice adorable baby knit. I think this might look really nice in a cabled pattern, so that might be what I make. I might make a little baby's cabled cardi jumper or something using this. And yeah, that is everything this week. As I said, life stuff, we had friends round, that's pretty much it. My mum's due to arrive in 2 days. So that'll be sort of our Christmas, and then my sister's coming over. I'm not exactly sure when yet, but she'll be over probably the week after. So we've got, what, less than 3 weeks till Christmas? By the time this goes live on Friday, there will be less than 3 weeks till Christmas. Yes, I know. How is it December already? Vlogmas probably won't actually end up doing much. I might end up doing like 2 or 3 day in the life vlogs during the Christmas run up, but due to other things going on, family visits, other stuff like that, I'm not going to be doing a daily episode. And I've got a couple of other issues to deal with. Some of you may know I have some health issues. I've got a few appointments relating to that coming up. I don't know what I'm going to be like after those appointments. Usually when they start poking and prodding, it causes it to flare up, and nobody wants to see that. But other than that, that is everything for this week's episode of the Yarn Hoarders Crafting Podcast. I know people don't like hearing it, but if you enjoyed this week's episode, please feel free to interact with the video below. Perhaps like, maybe a comment. If you want to see more of me rambling away randomly each week, hit the subscribe button. YouTube likes it when people interact with videos. It shares it out. I'm trying to grow my little community. I'm not expecting a huge amount of people to want to watch me, but you know, a nice little community in the comments would be lovely. And I will leave it there. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas period, and I hope to see you next week. Bye guys.